Hey all, welcome to the archive. My name is Jason, the archivist Adrift. Recently, I've had a number of collaborations with other members of the comic book YouTube community. I worked on a collaboration with Johnny over at Johnny's Comic Stuff, working on Green Lantern number 30, featuring artwork by Alex Toth. And I also did a collaboration with Mon Comics, Brandon over at Mon Comics, where I conserved a copy of that pre-code horror classic, Forbidden Worlds number 24. So those were both really fun, and I'd like to do other collaborations in the future. But before I jump into my next project, which is going to be this Phantom number 14, which I've been wanting to work on for a long time, it doesn't have a back on it. I wanted to do a little thing that I've seen other channels do, specifically Mike over at Chonko's Comics and Matt over at Matt Likes Comics. And they're essentially going over some of their Grail wants, big books that they have in their sites either for sometime in the next couple of years or whatever, or books that are so big that they want but they don't think they'll ever get. And so I kind of came up with a list of books that I really would like to get my hands on one day as well. Problem is, I just bought a original artwork from Red Sonja number 1, and that is my treasure. I love that. I made a video on that, so check that out. So I won't be getting any of these Grails anytime soon. However, they are on my someday in the future radar. Maybe not this coming year, maybe next year. We'll see. And so let me go ahead and go through that list, and I'll show you each comic as I move through it. Right at the top, I have Crime Mysteries number 3. This is actually a swipe of a pulp. It's a swipe of Spicy Mystery. And actually, Spicy Mystery, they actually swiped themselves. They actually had 2 covers that were very similar, and then this comic came from that pulp. In fact, it actually swipes 2 pulps. Next up, Fantastic Comics number 8. This is a early Fox Feature Syndicate book that shows a classic woman in bondage about to get her face branded with a mask. It's pretty wild, and I don't really like the concept of bondage comics. Whenever I think of the term bondage comics, I think of the old X-Ray Spec song, "Oh Bondage Up Yours." So I'm not really into bondage per se, but I think this cover is really crazy, and so really would like to get this in my collection one day. This one's kind of out there. It might be something that will be really hard to get, but every now and then a copy comes into my stratosphere. So next up, Fight Comics number 40. This is also a pulp swipe. Just great cover. Next is Ghost Rider number 1, the original Ghost Rider from Magazine Enterprises. This comic is way undervalued in my opinion. I don't, you can get pretty high quality copies for obtainable prices. Nothing that I want to spend right now, but it's doable. And not only that, but Ghost Rider 1 actually had lots of different variations since it was reprinted in the UK and Australia and Canada and a few other places, I think. Next up is Blue Ribbon number 13. This is another pulp swipe. I'm just trying to collect pulp swipes right now. I'm just fascinated by the whole idea. I love comics that are pulpy to begin with. That's why I really love the early 40s, late 30s comics. And they were doing a lot of those swipes. I mean, you see a lot of swipes in the 50s as well. Next up is Jungle Comics number 2 by Fiction House. This features Phantoma by Fletcher Hanks, the weird artist Fletcher Hanks. Phantoma is probably the earliest superheroine. She predates Wonder Woman by nearly 2 years. So she's very, very cool, and I really want to get this book, but it's just always slightly out of reach. But one day. Next up is Ghostly Weird Stories 122. Man, this is an epic book by L.B. Cole, and it's really one of the first big grails that I started chasing. And I always get so close to getting it, and then something happens, and I just can't get it. There's a lot of UK variants that kind of float around, and those are pretty cool too. But I think I want the US version of it. Um, so in place of that, there's Tomb of Terror number 13, and it's pretty much the same theme of an astronaut kind of being obliterated in outer space. So if I can't get Ghostly Weird 122, then I'll just have to settle for Tomb of Terror 13, or both. Next is Startling Comics number 16. This is just a wild underwater Nidor comic starring the Fighting Yank fighting an octopus. I mean, it's awesome. You know, what more can I say? Next up is America's Best Comics number 1. I think America's Best Comics number 2, and I think a later America's Best Comics. And but 1 is the one I want. It's a very early appearance of the Black Terror, and so it would kind of complete my trifecta of the first appearance of Black Terror in Exciting Comics number 9, Black Terror number 1, and then America's Best Comics number 1. And it's just a really great cover too. Next up is Exciting Comics number 39. This is the notorious Nazis giving poisoned chocolate to children comic. Really awesome cover, just completely crazy. And it's getting further and further from my reach every month, every year, it seems. People really like this comic, and so it may be in the world of Unobtainium, which I'll be mentioning soon. Next up is Beyond number 1. This is a classic Wolfman comic. It's so cool. And that's another comic that I see every now and then, and I just about am going to reach for it, and it just gets out of my grasp. So soon, one day, I think that will be more obtainable than some of these other ones. Finally is Captain America number 78, where Captain America becomes a commie smasher. He goes from smashing Nazis to smashing commies. It's such a cool pre-code cover by a young John Romita, and it's epic. Marvel retconned this story and pretended that this is a whole different Captain America altogether. But I think this is just the natural progression of Captain America going from fighting Nazis to fighting communists. And so it's a really cool book. It's the last issue in the Golden Age run of Captain America. And it's another book that is getting further and further into the distance every time I try to find it. So one day, hopefully. I wanted to give a shout out to the immortal Biggie Shack, who has been giving my channel some love in some of his live videos. I really appreciate that, man. It's really cool of you. And I love your channel as well. So yeah, anyways, thanks a lot.